Hello Pokefans past, present, and future. Welcome back to Agent 836 channel. And today we're gonna go over some of the hottest cards there is available right now. We're also going to check what product you guys should be picking up, what's on sale, what's hot. Pretty much we're coming live to you guys, or coming to you guys hot today on first Monday of March 28th. We're gonna go over a lot of hot products that are out there right now. Some that are dropping off in value, some that are going up, and things you guys should be looking out for when you get a chance, or if you see any, and where to be looking as well. Alright, stay tuned. Welcome back to Agent 836 page. Before we get started, please subscribe in the button below there. Also leave a like on the page as well. This will really help my channel grow, and so I can provide you guys more really good details information, so we can go over more clear and have more info spread it around the community, so you guys can make some good choices and save the most money as you can, spend as much as you can for the best bang for your buck. So today we're going to go over sealed product versus single cards. The reason why I'm bringing this up now is because it's a really good time to pick up a lot of sealed product. They're fairly cheap. They're making reprints, and this is causing the seal product market to drop a lot. Like you guys can probably see in the past few days or a few weeks, Darkness Ablaze has been going down. Shiny Fate has been going down. Vivid Voltage has been going down. Of those three, I much prefer the Shiny Fate. I just like the series a lot more. I think it's gonna do a lot better compared to Darkness Ablaze. I wasn't really a big fan of the Darkness Ablaze. It doesn't hold a really valuable Charizard. The Charizard there, it's pretty much like a Charizard. Well, the Charizard VMAX is pretty much a, I don't know, I think it's a cheap knockoff of the Shiny Fate Charizard VMAX and the Champion's Path Charizard VMAX. Those two looks way better. Darkness Ablaze Charizard VMAX is it doesn't get to you like the other two series. So I'm not really going to go heavy on Darkness Ablaze. I did get a Shiny Fate Elite Trainer Box for a trade with my Arceus Rainbow V-Star. This is when I first opened it up when Barona Stars came out, so I got a fairly good trade back, I think. 35 bucks for a $50 product. That's a good steal. And I'm also going to be looking out and trying to see if I can find some Vivid Voltage Elite Trainer Box. I'm trying to see if I can find some around here. It's been difficult. All my GameStop store has been just carrying the Shiny Fate Elite Trainer Box. They haven't really carried any of the Vivid Voltage. The reason why I bring that up is that Vivid Voltage is the first series to have a Rainbow Pikachu. Rainbow VMAX Pikachu. And remember, Pikachu is one of the poster child. So if you want to look for a long-term hold, you get something with a Pikachu or a Charizard or an Eevee and Eevee Evolution. And of this series, Sword and Shield, Vivid Voltage was dedicated to Pikachu. So I'm also looking to see if I can pick up a Elite Trainer Box. I'm not really so heavy on the booster pack or a booster box there, because if I spend that much on one booster box, I can get two Elite Trainer Box, and it's a lot cheaper to go that route. And that's what's gonna bring up our next our current conversation between single and seal. Let's say you have $200 to start with. You can buy a Elite Trainer Box, which roughly at 45. You can get 4 of them plus taxes and everything. You can get 4 Elite Trainer Box for 200 bucks. But for the single market, let's say you were trying to get, and for example, Espeon and Sylveon, you can probably get these two for 200 bucks. Most people are selling these at 100 a piece, or 85, 90 bucks a piece. You can get 2 of these for 200 bucks. In the next 2 years or so, also do your homework, guys. Do your homework research on TCG Player. the volatility of these two cards move isn't as well paced as a sealed product. Now what that means is they don't move as fast in value as a sealed product. Like this guy will be 85 some day, 90 and 110, and then back down to 95. It runs roughly around the 95 to $110. The Sylveon runs around 95 to $110 as well. In the next 2 years, I can probably see these guys hit at most probably 170, 150 to 170, that range. So you spend $200 on these here, you're making at least, let's say, let's do 50, easier. Let's say the 2 years you can sell for 150 a piece. You're gonna make back an extra $100 only because of 2 cards. Because you make 50 from this card, 50 from this, you're getting another 100 in return. However, with these sealed product here, let's say you got it for 45 a piece, you got 4. One of these guys in the next 2 years can go from 45 to 150. The reason behind that is because you're with the single card, you're guaranteed a single card. And remember my theory that I made in the last video. For some odd reason, us Pokemon fans, we love opening up product. We just have this joy to it, even though we know it's not guaranteed, the pull rate's low. We'd rather have a sealed product. We just like it, the fact that it's sealed, we might get a chance, we might hit. So people have more demand on the sealed product than a single card. Even though that should not be the right mindset people should have. Because with the single card, at least you guarantee the card itself. And with the sealed product, what people think, or what they do is they're like, oh, hey, look, I have X amount of booster pack in it. If I don't pull the chase card, at least I can pull other cards and make some money off of it. So that's one mindset that other people have for sealed product. But if you're trying to pull just like the Champion's Path, Shiny V, or Charizard V here, out of a Champion's Path box, good luck. It's really tough to find one. It's not really easy. It's a pain. And just look at the Charizard celebration here. I got lucky. I actually got that within like my second booster box that I bought. I didn't even buy like an Elite Trainer box to get it. I didn't pull anything from my Elite Trainer box. I pulled one from one of my, I think it was a Dark Sylveon collector's box. I pulled it with my little nephew. It was crazy. I was just like, wow. You never think you can pull one here. Usually from the Elite Trainer box, but hey, I take what I can. So that's the only difference between single and sealed product. Sealed product will, in the long run, have more value because people have that mindset of, hey, I have a chance of getting that chase card and other cards. That's going to drive the value up more because that's a higher demand. And in economics, anything is worth shit. Everything is worth crap. No lie, guys. But there's a saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that's where the saying comes in really handy. And just like our money, our currency, it's just paper. It don't have any ounce of value behind it. It's just paper. However, in the eye of all of us here, because we can purchase things with it, the value goes up. So that's why the value of a $100 Ben Franklin bill is $100. Because we value it more than others, or we value it as $100 for a product. But in all honesty, if you break it down to the very DNA of it, it's just a piece of paper. And how does this relate to our current topic here is people would rather buy a sealed product because they have this mindset of it holds more value because there's a good chance to get a chase card instead of buying the chase card itself. Because they're like, the chase card itself is too expensive. If I buy this sealed product here, I have a chance at it. And with that, it causes the demand, it drives the demand up. And when the demand goes higher on product, it becomes more sought after. The product has more value. and with higher demand on that soft product, we have less supply of it, and with less supply of it and higher demand, the price of that value shoots up. So even if this guy was, even if we have a limited supply of this guy because it's 200 bucks, you can buy one, the demand's not gonna be as high. I mean, just look at most of the people online or most people in the marketplace. You see them listing these guys for like 20 bucks, and it's not being sold easily. But if people are selling like Elite Trainer boxes, especially the Evolving Sky series for like 40 bucks, oh man, those guys are flying off the shelf. Even though you don't have really a good chance of pulling the Umbreon VMAX, it's the fact that it's a Elite Trainer box, and you know, it has a chance of you pulling it. So that drives the price up like crazy, especially when there's a low supply of it as well. So that's one of my, that pretty much concludes our singles and seal conversation there. With seal product, it has value to it because people have a strong desire and belief, and that strong desire and belief is what drives the value of a lot of things. That belief that this is more valuable and the whole consensus of the general population likes and have the same belief drives up a lot of value. That's pretty much how the stock market works. You guys seen this graph? It'd be doing this, yoink, 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 up and down, up and down. Because at a certain point, a great consensus of the population believe that it's going to go back down because it hit this point. It has a trend. It hit this trend line. It hit this point. Oh, it has a RSI of 100. It's going to fall back down because it's been overbought, oversold, blah 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 blah. A lot of economic terminology there. Overbought, oversold, trend lines, RSI. People use graphs that they like to, think that that's going to cause it to go down. And when a huge population have that same thought, like the fear of missing out, FOMO, it causes stuff to go up. Or like recently, or when you overhold things, like just recently, the Vivid Voltage booster box. People got too greedy. It was up to 70 bucks, 80 bucks. So same for Shiny Faith, up to 100 bucks. People got too greedy, hold on to it for too long. Now they're back down to 40, 50 bucks. It's just a dip buy. I see it as a dip buy because of the reprint. But once the reprint is out, less supply or no supply at all, everything's gonna go back up. And that that's pretty much it for a lot of our product. Why they're going up is because right now, with less reprint and with the series coming to an end, the value's gonna go up. The reason why most of you guys are also, like including myself, are going to seal product is we can afford more of it. We can buy more of it. We can, it's a lot easier to sell to our buyers. It's a lot easier to sell because it's sealed. We don't know what's in there, and the product is guaranteed to be mint. A lot of these single cards, even though we do place it right away in the sleeve, you see how some of the prints on here, they're not as center. They're not, the edges are not completely center as well. Maybe the texture or the paint is not as fresh. And that's why people get picky with their single cards. So most single card collector will either just buy one that's graded, so they know for a fact that, hey, this card is graded, so it's in mint condition, versus buying a raw card. That's what makes it harder for the single market as well, because with the raw card, if you have a seller that took care of the card really well, it's fine. But if you don't, there's damages on the card. And on top of that, like I said, with a open single product, people already know that, hey, like your charger, the edges are not that clean, the image is not as center well, the back isn't center as good. So people get picky and they don't want to buy your card, or they start lowballing you for your card. And they'll bring up an excuse like, hey man, your card ain't center that well. I want to drop like another $10, $20, $30. before you know it, you're losing a little margin and profit. But with sealed product, it's sealed. You don't know what's in there. They don't know what's in there. They're going to take a chance of luck. So that's why sealed product is always nicer to get for a long-term hold. Unless you have a graded card like myself here, a 2021 celebration that I have graded for my Charizard. Finally got that back from HCC. Got a 10. Hell excited about it. My other cards that I'm collecting here as well are like 9.5, 9s. I don't collect anything below that. Anything below a 9, I'm either selling it, giving it away, and we're trading it. I just don't see any good form of returns. Because no collector, nobody down the future, down the line, 185, 6, or 7. It's hard to sell. You don't have buyers buying those up. They're looking at 10s, 9.5, 9 at the latest. If the card is truly that valuable, like an Umbreon VMAX alternate art. Honestly believe that you guys can get your hand on a 9 for cheap. It's still gonna go up in value in the deep run because that card is hard to pull. So rare, really hard to pull. I have to open so many booster set sleeve just to finally get one. You guys don't know how much video I had to keep redeleting, redo, just so I could finally have it on camera. Finally catching the right one. Like, oh hey, I finally got it. Finally, this attempt, I finally upload this. It took a minute there. So that's the only issue with the singles market. It's because if it's not a perfect card, not a lot of buyers will buy it. But with a sealed product, it's sealed. You don't know what's in there. They don't know what's in there. They believe it's sealed, and they can buy it and keep it in the long run, or open it again. And the fact that they open it again, it brings back memories, you know. And that is a value that you can't buy. You can't buy. You can't buy that sense there. You can't buy that feeling. That's something that's super valuable to all of us that we can't afford to buy. We can't sell it. We can't buy it. But some of these products that you could buy can't produce it. You know, some people buy it to relive that moment, and none of us have a time machine to travel back so we can relive it. So this is one of the way to express that feeling. But thank you guys so much for joining me today on my single seal. Hope that was enough for you guys. A little bit overview of why a lot of the seal product is better for the long-term investment. So please stay tuned for future video. And again, thank you guys so much for following Agent 836. Peace.